sheet metal work done on the fenders, I have to concentrate on fixing the hood. Working on the hood, did some lineups and some measurements when I had it on there. I kind of tried to flatten this area out here. I've got an area over here where I'm trying to flatten out. There's too bulbous. So I've worked on that a little bit. I've also cut out these bits of cancer here. Got these two pieces in front that were cracked. Doesn't look too good, but I'm grinding off all the steel here. I'm getting ready to try to weld some pieces in here. It's going to be pretty tricky. Down here there was a big piece crack in the hood. It's going to take a lot of work to get the hood all lined up nice. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and try to fit a piece of flat steel. Inside the hood here there's a little piece of flat steel that goes all the way around that reinforces this edge. And you can see all this stuff is just totally wasted. So I'm going to try to cut a piece from like right here to come across to here and try to weld it to the back side and tack all this together to strengthen this front nose piece. And then I'm going to set the hood back on to get a little same idea down here, to weld a piece from here to here to smooth this out. And I won't be able to really do that until I get the hood on and make sure I get the piece in the right spot. But that's where I'm at. Okay, I've got this piece in. This was a real pain in the butt. I had to actually, there's a little piece of metal up under the edge of here. It's like a 16th inch thick piece of like reinforcement metal. You can see all the spot welds in here. Well, this thing was causing me to have issues between both pieces of steel. It just really wouldn't weld together because there's there's a bit of rust in between all these panel pieces. So I had to actually cut this off on the back side, on both sides, and grind all this out, and then come back in here with my strip. I've got it spot welded in here now. You can see that brings the nose shape. So I'll be putting panels in this in a little while. But I had to do the same thing down here. Actually had to remove up under the lip here. It's hard to get. Yeah, you can see where I had to cut it right there. But anyway, I'm in the process of cleaning all this up, taking a template I made. Actually measured the other side where this damage is over here, and I made a template so that it'll go right here. So what I need to do is cut this out of my 18 gauge steel, and then go ahead, get all this cleaned up, and tack weld this to the back side. On this bad spot in my fender, I went ahead and put the metal strip, get down in here, put the metal strip in behind here, tack welded it in place, spot welded it in place. That gave me a nice edge. Then I put a piece behind it right there, and I tack welded that in place. And then I kind of hammered that to fit, and then I cut this little piece in here, which is just a 22 gauge steel, to fit around the edge and the lip. I still have to tack this on right here, but once that's tacked on, all this gets ground down. I've already ground this down a little bit. Looks pretty good. I mean, it's going to have to take some Bondo, but it's real strong, and should hopefully be. This metal piece below here goes about 4 inches on either side, and it's all tacked along here, so that holds this lip together. So a little bit more work. Got the pieces in the front yet to do. Half of non-stop work on this stuff. I've got my patches here in the front where all these little cracks were. I did the same type of patch that I did on the side. This old sheet metal is really hard to get welded, so I ended up having to double layer all this with a piece all the way from here all the way around over here, and then really spot weld it and make sure it's on there good. But it looks pretty good. I mean, it's going to take some grinding and a little filler, but it fits pretty well. I had to do a similar thing down here on this. I went ahead and put in a long piece that goes all the way from here all the way back over to here, and that just really solidifies this whole side. I mean, this thing's really strong. And I'm going to probably use some epoxy type fillers around here and on all this edge work to be real strong.